What's up, my beautiful YouTube family? I hope all is well. I hope you are making solid, good decisions and your life is moving forward. Now, let's get into the mess. Now, it wasn't that long ago that Papoose and Remy Ma were a big symbol of black love. They were couple goals. The relationship that you wanted if you weren't in a relationship. But fast forward to now, things have changed drastically. We went from Papoose holding Remy down through her prison stint to her coming on the internet in a rap battle and a man exposing the fact that she was sleeping with somebody else. We've heard about Papoose learning that his wife was stepping out on him with a budget lookalike, as people have called him. His name is Easy the Block Captain. Kind of favors Papoose when you give him a quick glance. But I'm sure you've already been made aware of that situation. Well, the most recent fallout from the split happened when Papoose' girlfriend, Clarissa Shields, y'all know Clarissa, the boxer from Flint, Michigan, she was recently going back and forth with Krishan's sister, Tasiki, but that's for another video. During an interview with The Breakfast Club, Clarissa was asked about her current relationship situation and how she felt. She mentioned the fact of her and Papoose were getting close and that they were serious and were in love, basically, and that she doesn't really speak on his situation of ending his marriage, that she's waiting for him to handle that. And Clarissa was calm when she was talking about the situation. She didn't speak negatively about Remy Ma, or at least I didn't hear it in the clip. She didn't speak into their marriage. She just spoke about her relationship with Papoose. And yes, I get it. He's still married. And it was a little weird at first to hear another woman professing her love for a man who was in such a public marriage. Okay, now let's get back to the story. And so Remy Ma didn't like the interview, I'm assuming because she had such a bad reaction. Remy Ma took to social media and instead of attacking Clarissa, which would have been weird anyway because there was no reason to attack Clarissa, well, Remy Ma went after Papoose. And she spoke about personal information, about him having issues with his son, with his son's sexual preferences, which I thought was a low blow. I understand the breakup and her and it not sitting well with her that he's with Clarissa now, but for her to stoop so low and talk about a private matter with him and his son, it's given she's out to try to destroy him. And I don't understand how things end up so negatively between couples nowadays. Anyhow, well, once she exposed his personal relationship with his son, Papoose, who's usually so quiet and I've never known him to play internet games. Well, he says he got time. So he responded and it is getting ugly, child, between these two. And he talked about how he's caught her cheating several times with the guy that looks like him, even with one of the women she spent time with in prison. He says he caught her and the woman in the bed with the baby sitting up. Child, what is really going on? He's helped Remy write her famous raps like Conceited and Sheether. And Remy Ma also called Clarissa Papooses' latest come-up child. She implied that Papoose is broke and only with this girl because he is making money as her manager. What do you think about this? This is crazy. Now, Remy Ma also mentioned that Papoose had yet to file for a divorce and that he was broke. The only reason why he hadn't done that yet is because she was paying for everything, including for his insurance. But Papoose posted this in response. And once he posted this, there were mixed responses in the comments, and I'll read a few. One says, I hate seeing Pap's name involved in drama. He don't bother nobody. Another says, boy, the lies, the front, stop acting like you was trying to keep shit private when you kept letting Clarissa touch bases in interviews on your marriage. You wouldn't have filed if she never went live, because private or not, you could have still been filed. Another person asks, what does your daughter going to school have to do with you filing for a divorce? Because on this post, Papoose commented himself and said, this was so easy to file for divorce. Why hasn't she done it? Hashtag pump faking. The only reason I haven't filed previously is for the sake of my daughter. She has to go to school. When two individuals behave like civilized adults, you can get a divorce peacefully and privately. And that was my intentions. But when a person wants to be bitter and clout chase, it turns into a circus, which can lead to an embarrassment for my child. You just lied for an hour straight, but actions speak louder than lies. You just called me yesterday trying to get back with me, and I said no. And another person responded to him in the comments saying, you're pump faking though. You waited until she exposed you to file for a divorce. If you really wanted to, you would have done it. When you found out she was with someone else. And they also posted the clown emoji. The person right underneath her commented and said, it's sad that many of you don't understand what he's saying. If Remy filed the divorce papers earlier, how could he have filed today? The court doesn't allow it if paperwork is already filed. This proves Remy's attorneys didn't do their job. He was trying to delay due to their daughter's schooling when married. Both incomes are calculated to determine the parents' portions. He was probably waiting for the school year to end so new arrangements could be made next year. It's frustrating that many of you don't get it. Yeah, this comment kind of threw me for a loop. Another comment says that Remy went live so his girl can force him to go file for a divorce. Hashtag checkmate. So now Papoose shares some audio of what he says is easy to block Captain. You know, the guy that Remy is accused of messing with. Well, Papoose says he was blackmailing Remy into staying with him.
This is the
Listen
lane
to this.
saying that he's holding stuff over her head.
Want to go with that, but you're right though. Anything can happen. So that shit will be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of us. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about when I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like the only reason why it's spark is because.
Ooh, I mean, it's sad. Even if he says he helped her write those raps. And whether that's true or not, this is beyond ugly, child. I saw where since the breakup, a lot of people, including myself, have taken Papoose's side. Because we remember when Remy was sentenced to prison back in 2008. That man visited his wife, every day. He says he was there from the beginning of the visit, the allotted hours, from the AM to in the evening, every day, supporting her and taking care of her son and family. He says he wasn't just holding her down emotionally, but he was paying for everything, sacrificing his own career to make sure Remy didn't feel like she was by herself while she was locked down. Then when Remy got out and was ready to jump back into music, Papoose says he helped her by writing her raps. He says he booked her shows and basically helped her rebuild her career from the bottom up. But once the checks started rolling in again, Papoose says Remy told him that's my money and said he need to go focus on making something on his own. Woo, child, can you believe that? That's terrible. If she told that man that and he helped her get herself together, that's why you make sure you straight first, child. Then you worry about somebody else. You worry about making sure you straight. You give some assistance, but you keep yourself straight, okay? That's my advice. But anyhow, now Papoose did hint around that Remy Ma and her Papoose lookalike are using rugs together. He says she disappears for days. She is unreachable by her family and has been looking and acting strange lately. Papoose accused Remy of failing as a mother, child. Papoose claims that Remy doesn't visit her son, who is currently in jail facing serious criminal charges. I believe it's a unalive charge. He also says that Remy does not tell the truth. Says she's a bold-faced lie, child. He says she lies about everything. He says, and that's because she's the truth that she doesn't want the public to see. He provides receipts that allegedly show her boyfriend has been blackmailing her for years. I mean, this whole thing is just out of hand, child. I just don't understand how we got to this point with this couple. I mean, I get it. I shouldn't say that. I get it. I understand people go through what they go through. But this right here, this is still very, very sad to watch. But now I want to know what you think about all this. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, please. It's free. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.